We are the Illustrators, brought to you by the Art Directors Guild, Local 800, of the International Alliance of Theatrical Stage Employees, of moving picture technicians, artists, and allied crafts of the United States, and also parts of Canada. One little thing, I see at least one person here is waiting for the Star Trek thing for after us, so, you know. I actually think that's been changed, though. I think it's ESPN has their very first panel at Comic-Con. I think it's right after this. It's called Sports. Watch it, nerds. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 4 of the top illustrators working in film and television today, and I'd like to introduce you to them. This is Darren Denlinger, Donna Klein, Trevor Goring, and Stephen Platt. What led you into working in film? Darren!
Well, I went to film school down here in San Diego to begin with. Met my wife down here, and I started out in a whole different area of film, and kind of, I don't want to say I fell into storyboarding, but I started as an assistant at studios, working for executives and directors and various studio entities. And a friend of mine who I replaced on a job went to direct a movie called Swimming with Sharks. And then he asked if I wanted to work on his next movie, asked what I wanted to do on it. I did some storyboarding in film school, and I kind of went from there and got really, really lucky when I first started doing this. So, thank you very much.
Fantastic. Donna, how did you get started in this wacky business we call show?
Well, I've always been an artist, an illustrator, and some years ago I realized that I needed to formalize my interest in anatomy and physiology. So I became a medical illustrator. At that time I was dissecting cadavers and understanding the structure, and that led me into working with surgeons. And then I met Wes Craven, who hired me, which was fortuitous. And I worked on Deadly Friend, and I did some very specialized medical drawings. They liked.
Well, Trevor.
Kind of complicated, but I was always a comic book fan from as long back as I can remember, and that's all I ever really thought about doing until I found out it doesn't pay very well, and you got to pay the rent. And I probably in my late 20s started working for the BBC in London on a children's TV show, and started doing a few storyboards, which led to advertising and learning from doing shooting boards with directors and doing commercials in London in the 80s.
Okay. Stephen.
I started out working for Marvel Comics and DC Comics, and then a director who was who's a big comic book fan connected with me and asked me if I wanted to come work with him on music videos, and then I did that for about 2 or 3 years, which was an incredible experience because it was music videos are sort of like the Wild West in terms of production, and I got to work with a lot of great artists, like recording artists, and work with amazing talent. It was a very compressed schedule, and then that director went on to direct features, and he took me with him, and then I just started working in the movie business, and then I got in the union, which is who set this up, on Iron Man, and which is an amazing experience, and it's just been great ever since. And so now it's weird. You work in comic books, and you leave to go work in the movies, and then you work in comic book movies. It's a bit strange. Like I thought I'd stop drawing superheroes, and that's all I'm drawing. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So.